Hey guys, and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. So we recently just completed a Q&A session with Hasbro Star Wars. Huge thanks to Let's Get PR for arranging this. Thanks to Patrick and Eric from Hasbro for talking to us. It was myself, Fly Guy, Imperial Shipyards, Fantha Tracks, and Jedi News. I submitted these questions last week before we saw those Hasbro reveals, before Clone Wars ended. So I didn't have a lot of time to gather them. They were just kind of things that I had off the top of my head. And I apologize for this sun glare. It's the sun's rising. It's really early in the morning. So sun's coming in, the blinds are kind of blocking it out, kind of not blocking it out. So we were unable to record or film the Q&A for the purposes of publishing it on YouTube or anything like that. So for that reason, I'm here with the questions that I asked. I'm going to be reading them out and letting you know what they said. So for that reason, I'm doing it this way where, I'm just kind of going over it with you guys. So I asked 4 questions. I had more than that, but we ran out of time. So the first question I asked, and I had to ask this because you guys know this is important to me. Angela Staines, Tonica Sister in Star Wars, has asked me to remind you that she is ready to have her figure made. Are there any updates that you can speak to regarding this? So you guys may know I interviewed Angela Staines on Cantina Chatter in 2017, 3 years ago. It was really her first interview in 40 years, since she made Star Wars. So it's a really interesting listen, hearing somebody that was in the film and who was kind of out of the loop for a lot of that time. So I encourage you to check it out if you haven't already. I'll throw a link down below. But I'm keeping in touch with Angela. She really wants to have her figure made. It's really important to her. And fans have been asking for the Tonica Sisters for a long time, for decades. And I know a lot of us really want to see that figure. So obviously Hasbro cannot say, yes, in this Q&A section, we're coming out with Tonica Sisters, the 2 figures. But they said that they appreciated that I'm keeping them, aware that I still want it, that, a lot of people want it. They're aware of the awareness for the figure, that, it is something that, people are desiring. I feel like there are things going on behind the scenes, things that I can't speak to, things that I don't know the specifics of, but I feel like the ball is in motion at this point more than it's ever been before, in the last 40 years. So I think that's a fantastic thing. If you want those figures too, if you love the Cantina scene like I do, let them know that you want to see the Tonica Sisters made. They've been a long time coming, and I know a lot of us really want them to be made. Next thing, how feasible would an all-clean reissue of the Imperial Troop Transport be? You can see it right here. I did a review on that, and it's a fantastic piece. I absolutely love it. It's a little small, but it's still a great, great, great piece. Very detailed. And so they said, we like that idea. And they said it would actually be cheaper for them to manufacture it without all the fancy paint apps. So if you guys want to see that too, comment down below. They said if enough people ask for it, that they'll consider making it. So I'd love to see it in a clean, fresh off the assembly line version. I don't know about you guys. I'd love to see that. So fingers crossed. Will you consider running changes to the vintage collection existing card backs? For example, C-3PO on a Star Wars card or Death Trooper on a Mandalorian card. So currently, C-3PO is coming out on an Empire card. He is a fan channel exclusive. That's Entertainment Earth. That's Big Bad Toy Store. That's Dorkside Toys. Some of them accidentally made their way out to retail in Canada. I think one Target in the US got them as well. So they said, that's an interesting idea, and it is something that they like. And if fans want to see certain things come back in vintage, then to let them know. So it's the same thing, they're doing these greatest hits assortments that are fan channel exclusives, but they will listen to fan feedback to see what it is that we want, what we want to see remade available in vintage collection, whether that's on carried forward card backs with new names on them, or just older figures being brought back for the first time in, a long time. So again, comment down below. let them know what you want because they are listening. And the last thing I was able to ask, the Black Series is missing key players from the Rise of Skywalker, and this includes Poe Dameron, Finn, Lando Calrissian, Emperor Palpatine, and General Pryde. Is there any hope to see these in the line in the near term? Obviously, they can't answer specifics like that. You guys know that. But like with the Tonica Sister, I just think it's important to make them aware that, you know, we're asking for these figures. We do want to see them. I think these are main characters. They're prominent characters from that film. And that film has not gotten much love in terms of figures, you know, both scales, Black Series and Vintage. So I would certainly love to see all those. And I think I'm going to do a video for Rise of Skywalker Black Series, like the top 5 figures I'd like to see made. Yeah, I know we'd like to see these figures. We'd like to see more from that film. A lot of us would anyway. So again, comment down below what you would like to see from Rise of Skywalker. So I'm sure that those other outlets, Fly Guy, Fantha Tracks, Imperial Shipyards, and Jedi News are going to be posting their Q&As online as well. So stay tuned for those. Be sure to check them out. Make sure you're following them. They're all fantastic outlets. A good bit of ground was covered. Again, you know, we had limited amount of time, limited questions. But, you know, again, huge thanks to Litsky PR for making this happen, to Patrick and Eric from Hasbro Star Wars for chatting with us. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, comment down below because they are keeping apprised of, you know, what people are asking for, what they want to see repackaged, what new figures they want to see, what vehicles they want to see in these lines. So definitely comment, you know, sound off. Again, thank you for tuning in. The latest episode of Cantina Chatter went up on Monday. Be sure and listen to that if you haven't already. It's all about Hasbro Star Wars reveals from last week. It's a blast. We went very off into different tangents multiple times. You can download it through your favorite podcast provider. It's here on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're doing things on TikTok, Star Wars and, you know, different toy videos on TikTok. So be sure you're following us there. And always, guys, I appreciate you tuning into Victoria's Cantina. We love Star Wars. We love toys. And I look forward to seeing you guys again very soon. Take care.